Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 13 of our All the Mods 9 Rainy to the Sky Let's Play series, where today we are diving into AE2. We're getting our controllers set up, we're getting crafting terminals, wireless, even wireless connectors and everything like that. Let's get going. Welcome back, my friends, to another wonderful night here in the world of TheAndrata, where today, well, we are continuing right where we left off last episode, for the most part, and getting ourselves set up with AE2. We had all of our circuits being processed, our processors yesterday, and today we are putting those into work, making a controller, and getting ourselves set up. So yeah, let's get right on into it. So over here, you're going to notice that our setup changed a little bit. I was using hoppers and everything. I decided forget hoppers. I want to use laser IO to manage this and automate it to a degree. It's pretty similar to how we have our automation set up over there for our processes over here. By the way, this is working pretty well. We clear out most of these ores. It does pretty good, and it's able to keep up with all of this. So yeah. Anyway, pretty much the same thing, slightly different, and we're going to talk about it and everything. Mainly just utilizing more of those channels. You're going to notice I have an extra inscriber added onto here. Okay, so this is going to be my Fluix dust, and you're going to see I have some stuff here, but this is going to be where our Fluix dust is going to go, or to create our Fluix dust. So we're going to grab some Fluix crystals. I don't know if I need that much Fluix dust right now. But basically what's going to happen, I'm going to put the Fluix dust into the barrel. The barrel is set to extract on the green channel, and I have overclocker upgrades inside of here. They're fairly cheap to make, just some gold, really. But we have on the green channel, it's going to extract, and it's going to insert into our inscriber on the green channel. And it's going to insert on the west, which is the back side of our inscriber. And so it goes, pulls items from there, inserts it into there. We then have it extract from our inscriber on the blue channel, which is going to come over to here to this laser node, which inserts onto the blue channel into our wormhole. Get it? Got it? Good. So if I put this in here, processes, pulls it out, bada bing, bada boom, we have Fluix dust coming into the system. And all of these are pretty much set up the exact same way. Same process. This is silicone, Certus quartz, gold, and diamond. Each one of them has an extract on a different color channel. So this one's extracting on the pink. This one might be gray, blue, whatever. It doesn't really make a difference. And then they're going to insert on that exact same color into the inscriber, specifically inserting onto the west side. And then they are all going to extract from the east on the yellow channel. Okay, so insert on their specific color, extract from yellow. Insert on color, extract yellow, bada bing, bada boom, same exact thing. The reason that they are inserting on their colors is that way none of them cross. So I don't want inserts from this, the extract, if this was an extract of blue, and this happened to be an extract of blue, I don't want them, or an insert of blue here. I don't want it to extract from here and put the items into this one. So they are all segregated into their own channels. But they all extract from the inscriber on the yellow. Yellow is going to be in this laser node. This one is going to insert on the yellow. Okay, inserting on the yellow. So what it's doing is it takes all of the outputs from these 4 inscribers and inserts them into this barrel. That's going to be your logic circuits, your engineering, your calculation, and your silicone. Then inside of here, we have an extract set up for each one of those items. So we have circuits are extracting on the white. We have silicone extracting on the orange, and we have redstone extracting on the purple. On our inscriber, we have inserts set up for each one of those. And the important thing with these is that they match their channel and they are inserting on specific sides. So for example, we have the white set up to pull the circuits from here. On our inscribers, on the white channel, we have it set to insert on the top. So it pulls our circuits and it inserts it only into the top because this can only insert from the top. Same thing applies over here on the on the orange. It's going to pull our silicone, and on the orange, it's going to insert the silicone on the down because the silicone inserts from the bottom. And that's where the power of laser IO really comes into handy. You can insert from any side of the block. It's what I love about laser IO. It's what I love about XNet. You can choose where you want to insert. It makes it super powerful to be able to set up compact automations. We then have on the purple, it's going to extract redstone, and it's going to insert redstone on the west, which is the back, which is where this can go. This can go left, right, back, or front. So everything goes on into here. And then finally, we have our extract on the blue, which was, as we know, is our insert into our stable wormhole. Yeah, and it's pretty much as simple as that. So if I go ahead and plop these into there, it automatically pulled them over, put them into their right slot, and did the thing. If I pop these into there too, it's not going to go ahead and pull, like, try and mix it up. It's going to put the exact things in the exact correct spot, and it's going to process through them, dump it into our wormhole, bada bing, bada boom. We have an automation going on over here. And eventually we'll be able to set up, we can put pattern providers onto these in an importer instead of the stable wormhole itself. And then, yeah, we could have this all automated. Or we can check out the automated or the upgraded inscriber and probably utilize that, because it would only take one channel instead of four as I'm going, or well, really more than four here. So yeah, but anyway, it's automated. Basically, we just got to shove the things into the right barrel and we're good to go. I could even, if I wanted to, put item frames up there so that we know which barrel is the right barrel. Let me add that to my to-do list so that way it just looks nicer. Item frame. We'll add some item frames up there and label the barrels themselves so we know which ones do which. But yeah, automated. Over here, I did go ahead and set up our, you notice I have another stable wormhole. I set up our occultism ritual. I set it up to the next tier. So this is the tier above Striegers. This is the, spirits, dictionary of spirits. This is called Affix's, no, it is Severa's Permanent Confinement. This will allow me to bind Afrits, which will allow me to get the tier 3 storage stabilizers and deep ore miners. So I need to get I need to get withers taken care of in order to do this. But each one of those is 1,024. So it's going to triple our storage essentially, because no, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's going to 5x our storage. Something like that. But anyway, then we can expand to Ufix's inverted tower at some point and do the thing. But yeah, today, all about applied energistics 2. So our goal here is to get ourselves our controller set up and then see where we can go from there. I'd like to get the controller set up. I'd like to get ourselves our storage bus so we can access everything inside of applied energistics. I'm not worried about auto crafting yet. That's going to be the next episodes, but I want to get at least the basics set up. One thing I do want to see if we can't get set up is these wireless connectors. The one major reason why I love going with refined storage is that refined storage has the wireless, it has the transceiver. Yeah, it has the wireless transmitter and the receiver. What that does is it allows you to connect your system anywhere. I can have my controller here, and instead of having to run cables all the way down here, I could just set up a network transmitter over here, plug a receiver in somewhere, and I have access to my refined storage system. AE2 kind of has something like that. They have the quantum bridge and everything, but it's not the easiest thing to set up. It's not the greatest system. It's a very power hungry. It's just kind of a pain. With this mod, Extended AE, we do have a wireless connector, which essentially acts like the quantum link. However, it is limited distance and it cannot cross dimensions. So it's still not as good as Refined Storage's wireless receiver and everything, but it is better than nothing. So I'd like to see if we can't set those up, because I mean, I could run cabling, a dense cable to each of these islands and everything, or I could set up those wireless things underneath and then go there. We'll have to see how we work with power and everything. I do have some spirited ender gates ready to go for power, because I know we're going to use quite a bit with our AE, but we'll see. Let's see what this guy has to hold for us, by the way. Boots. Do I already have his boots? Yeah, I already got your boots. Excuse me. You know what I should do is grab that other sword that I have that has capturing on it. Where did it... Sword? I shoved that into here, right? Then it doesn't have sword in the name. There we go. Captive Dreams. I should try and kill him with this. Maybe I can get a spawn egg for him. That would be handy, right? If we have a spawn egg for wandering traders. Anyway, all right, so that's all of that. We want to get into AE2. However, before we begin, I want to take care of Obsidian. I've run out of Obsidian. I have no more Obsidian in the system, and I need to get it taken care of and get some more Obsidian going. So I took out our moss. We really don't need moss going on anymore, and I want to go ahead and get Obsidian set up with a blast chiller. I looked into other ways to make Obsidian, like utilizing stone barrels and water. Getting it to work is kind of a pain because you have to get the lava into the barrel before the water. Because if you get water into a barrel, then put lava into it, it turns into stone. You have to have lava, put water into it. And getting that to time is just, I'm just not going to worry about it when I can easily do something like this and not have to worry about it at all. So we're going to go ahead and get an extractor set up here. We're going to go ahead and get, oh, I need a block of dripstone. And then we'll get lava. And what are these? These are trapdoors. Do I have more of those? Yeah. So we'll get this going. Excuse me. And then we will just have Obsidian being produced. It's not going to be the fastest production in the world, but it'll work, right? And it'll just run automatically all the time. Okay. Oh, let's not jump into the lava there, TheAndrata. Thank you. Okay, so we should now be getting lava coming into this. Yes, if I go ahead and set the top to be an input. So lava is going to come into this automatically. We will set the bottom as the output, auto output, and it'll just create Obsidian for us over time. Like I said, it's not going to be the fastest in the world, but it'll work. All we have to do is give our magma crucible some power. And there we go. I don't even need to worry about putting upgrades into this thing because like it's not, the lava production itself is not going to be very fast. If I wanted to, I could probably tick accelerate this. No, I can't even tick accelerate the extractor. So it doesn't even make a difference. That's as fast as we're going to generate it. So we're going to get a lava once every minute or so, or an Obsidian once every minute. But again, it's automated, so I don't have to worry about it. I can just let it sit there. I would like to lock the drawer just because I hate when things get messed up. So I'm going to wait for one of these to get made because I don't have any Obsidian chilling around waiting for me. So it should start doing the thing. I will tick accelerate that. So then it should auto output to the bottom. Bam. And then now we can go ahead and lock it. Okay, cool. So that's doing its thing. And we have Obsidian on craft on demand. So Applied Energy 6.2, what we want to do is we need to get our controllers. That's where we're at. We need to get a controller set up and get going. So controllers are made utilizing skystone blocks, which is skystone, which is smelted skystone dust. So you got to smelt your skystone dust and then smelt your skystone, and it will turn into skystone blocks. Along with that, you need fluix crystals and engineering processors, both of which I have quite a bit of. So we're going to go ahead. I don't know how many of these I'm going to need. If I'm going to do 7, like, I don't know. So I'm just going to go ahead and make as many as I can. And I honestly could make more. Can't I? Is that all the skystone that I smelted up? Yeah. Okay. Well, let's just in case we need more. Let's go ahead and, do the thing. But yeah, we'll just do this for now and then see where we end up. So what we want to do is get rid of our black stained glass here. And then we're going to go ahead and all of these controllers are going to get placed along here. Now, the nice thing with these controllers is each face of this is going to have a 32 channels available to it. Granted, these ones that are buried into the ground here, I'm not going to have access to the channels except for the tops and the bottoms. But yeah, so that was 24. And then we're going to need another 24 on top. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 1. This is a pain because I have to shift click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does that look right? There's 1 on the ground, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is going to be 24, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20. So I need 44 more of these, essentially, if I want to get this done. So I do need more skystone. But we should be able to get it done pretty quick. And we should have all the resources available. Like, honestly, at this point, this is what I love about Skyblocks is that I don't have to deal with it, right? I can just do it and I don't have to worry. Let me click this button until I get to the 44. And I think I should only need 39 because Dingus me forgot that I already set up 1 and I was multiplying times 4. So can I, first off, why are these? Oh, I was like, why is the texture not connecting? Can I build to me? Is building gadgets going to work on these? Oh, it does. That's nice. That's nice. That makes that way easier. And huzzah! I ended up with 1 extra. Man, I miscounted by 1. I did pretty good though for just quick off the noggin. All right, so there we go. We're ready to go, right? Wrong. We need to get power into them, of course. Now I want to look into making a from apply AE an energy cell maybe, or a dense energy cell, just to make sure that we don't mess up our power here. So an energy cell, we can put our power into there. That way it gives us a buffer, and we need 8 of those. Okay, so we need more of this glass. I love having like all of this stuff available to me though. So a dense energy cell will now allow us to get power into this and then not have to worry about power flickering or buffering or anything like that. So we can do this. And then if we grab our spirited gateway and place it onto there, you're not going to let me power you with a gateway? Or can I not place onto the energy cell? The energy cell will just take the power. That seems to be the case. Yeah, okay. So if that is the case, maybe we put the energy cell, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't want it to block my stairs. So we'll put that there, and then we can take this and put it there. There we go. Now we have power. Now we have an AE2 network available to us. Now we can't do anything with it as of yet because we don't have any other items, but we have our network. There is a texture pack in here. It's from Skyblock that turns this into this pink color instead of being the rainbow. Can I change texture packs? Resource packs. Selected. Skyblock AE2 overrides. What if we turn that off and then let it do its thing? Now we get the RGB puke back, which I like. Honestly, I like the RGB, so we'll allow the RGB to come in because I think it looks cool. Like, bam, look at all of that RGB flashiness. Come on, like you can't ask for better than that. But yeah, anyway, so we have a controller and we know it's working because it is RGB puking. So we are good to go to get other things set up onto here. So our first order of business when it comes to our AE2 network is to clear our to-do list by 1. We need to get terminals set up. We need to access our stuff. We can't access anything in here if we don't have terminals set up. So we need to get terminals and we need to get a storage bus. Storage bus can be handled pretty quickly. This is going to be the guy that allows us to connect to our system. So we need to get ourselves an interface, which is going to be all of these things. That's just glass, formation core, annihilation core. Let's get a stack of them, stack plus. And then we need to get annihilation cores, right? Which core did I just get? I did annihilation, so I need to get formation. Then with that, we can go ahead and make our interface. And our interface can then be converted over to a storage bus. The storage bus is going to be what allows us to connect to our system here, our occultism system. So we have our storage bus. we're going to need to get ourselves terminals. Let's go ahead and pop into the quest because, again, I get ahead of myself, especially this is not a mod that I necessarily want to get too ahead of myself. So let's take a look at our quests and see where we're at because it wants us to make terminals next. Energy acceptor, we don't necessarily need to make that. Energy cards, we got that. Okay, so terminals is where we're at. We're also going to need some cabling, and then we've gotten into the controllers. Okay, so a terminal is crafted like so, not terribly too difficult. Illuminated panels. Am I out of glass? No. Was it a special type of glass? It looked like it is potentially. Quartz glass. Let's grab a stack of that stuff. Panel. Can you give me the panel? Thank you. Sure. We'll make 18 of them. And then we should be able to make ourselves a terminal. Now, there is the regular ME terminal, but we don't want to stop there. Right? We don't want to just access our items. We want to be able to craft with our items. So we're going to go ahead and convert that over to a crafting terminal. I guess I need to get a crafting table made. But now, if we have a crafting terminal, we can craft with our items. Right? Makes sense. And there's no reason to make a regular terminal. Just go with crafting so you can craft things. I'm sure there's people that have used regular terminals, but I don't want that. I want crafting. Let's go all the way. So we got our crafting terminal. We got our storage bus. We are going to want to convert this over to wireless, but we will take care of that in a moment because we need to get ourselves some cables going. Cables is going to be made with quartz fiber, glass, Certus quartz dust. We're going to grab a stack of that, and then we're going to go get sand. Should get a automation going for glass too, shouldn't I? This has 5 slots. There we go. Okay. Now we got plenty of glass going. Anyway, so we can utilize that quartz fiber to make cables. We're going to take those cables and immediately change them from glass cables. We're going to go ahead and turn them into smart cables. Or we're going to cover them first. We need some wool. So we'll cover our cables. Do we have enough wool for this? No, not really, but it is what it is. Because each one of you requires a wool. Jeez Louise. Wool is pricey. We can EMC wool. All right, let's do that. What I have going on now is slime balls being EMC'd, but we can go ahead and nix that, and we can go ahead and say, I want wool, please. And go ahead and produce wool. Can you be tick accelerated? Oh, you absolutely can. It's converting my slime balls, though. I don't necessarily... That was not the smartest thing in the world. But hey, look at that. Now we got wool. Okay, cool. So wool is in the system now. Plenty of it. And it looks like we can EMC the colors, too. So now we can go ahead and make ourselves our covered cables. I don't know why I clicked on that recipe. It's this recipe I want. So covered cables. Then we can turn those into smart cables by doing this. And we can turn a few of those into dense if we so chose to, but for now, I don't think I necessarily need to. We do want some of the regular Fluix cables, though, too. I don't necessarily need to have everything be smart. I can make a couple of the standard ones, especially for like this, running from here over to there. That doesn't need to necessarily be dense or anything like that. Okay, so what do we need to have? We need to come over here. We need to break... we have a dread lamp in the way. We're going to have to take care of that. The dread lamp stops passive mobs from being able to spawn, which is why I made it, because I don't need like sheepies and stuff to spawn around our base. I just want nothing to be spawning. So the dread lamp takes care of that. Let's go ahead and... Okay, so you are handling power. So we're going to have cable come from over here to pop up to there. So I guess... Let's move our feral flare lantern down one more too. And let's land and let's get dense cable. So dense cable is 4 of these put together. So if you never used applied energistics, each of these block faces has what we call channels. And each of the machines that you hook up that are applied energisticy utilize some of those channels. So our problem that we're going to have here is that, well, we want to make sure that when we attach to these, we're able to utilize all the channels. I have a bunch of channels available to me. So is it 100% necessary? No. However, I also don't want to be wasteful, like we might as well just go ahead and do the thing and do it appropriately. So that way we can, just be appropriate with our usage and everything like that. Be work smarter, not harder, I guess. I don't know where I'm going with this sentence and everything, but we're here. We're here and we have arrived. So for example for this, I know this is going to utilize one channel because it's going to be connecting to here. I don't necessarily need to put a smart cable on this. The difference with our cables is between these regular cables and these smart cables. Smart cables allow you to visually see how many channels you are using, whereas the glass cables by themselves do not. Makes sense? But what we do want to do is go ahead and hook this storage bus up here, and you're going to see that it's going to show that we are utilizing one of the 32 channels available. And you can see here our dense cable has a line saying that one of those channels is being used. So we're good to go, but we should now have access to all of these things inside of our system. How do we access our system, though? Well, we just got to take a cable or two, hook it up to a crafting terminal, and now we have access to all of the stuff that is inside of our occultism setup. Change our order to descending. Yeah, descending, but I want to sort by number of items. There we go. That's why I was confused. I was like, wait, we should have way more. Let's go ahead and adjust our terminal size. Generally, I like that size. You can go bigger. I don't necessarily like to go that large. I just like something like that. Sort by number of items, stored and craftable, all item types, show items only, fluids only. Yep. Descending, we can adjust some settings. You can use JEI or AE to search. You can sync with JEI, however you want to do. There's a lot of settings and everything here. But yeah, now we have access to all of our stuff within Applied Energistics as in our system, which is pretty nifty, right? Now we can access all of these. However, you might be thinking, well, TheAndrata, you have literally wireless access wherever you want. Why do you want to have now a second setup, a different system to access all of your items? The main reason for this is the ability to auto craft. Make it so that I don't have to craft anything. It does all the work for me, that's where I want to go. So that's our next major goal to get into is auto crafting with Applied Energistics. We'll just stick this over here. That's fine. So that's where we're going to head in the next episode. Right now, we have our system set up it's very basic, but we have it and we have access to it. I want to go ahead and make this wireless. So in order to do so, we're going to need to get ourselves what we call a wireless access point. So we can get a wireless receiver. It's going to require me to get a Fluix pearl. Pretty simple to do because we have ender pearls available to us. Grab ourselves a wireless receiver and a wireless access point. This is going to allow me to wirelessly access my network. If I get a wireless terminal, I can access my network wherever I want. So we can get that. We're also going to need to get ourselves some wireless boosters to be able to speed up our network, which is going to require ender pearls to be pulverized. So let's grab a couple of those and go throw those in our pulverizer over here. You slow. Go fast. Ba-da-ba-bum, bum, bum, da-da-da-dun, dun, dun. It always reminds me of the Addams Family when I do that. Okay. Cool. 16 ender pearl dust. We'll grab those. So the wireless access point and the wireless booster is going to be able to allow me to access my network wirelessly and be able to do the thing. How many of those can I put into there? And who knows? So let's go ahead and get the access point. I already did. Let's go ahead and set it up. We can just plug it in on top of here. It is going to utilize a channel. That's okay. And you can have, it doesn't say how many wireless boosters I can have. So let's just go ahead and grab however many I can, 32. Pop those into there. Now I have 189 or 197 meters of access. And it's using 89 RF per tick, which again, we can handle. So that takes care of that. Now, in order to utilize that, we need our wireless terminals. Now, there is a universal terminal, which is what I have bookmarked here, which combines all the terminals into one. What we're going to want to do is get ourselves the wireless crafting terminal to start with. We're just going to require a crafting terminal, a wireless receiver, and a dense energy cell, which is another 8 of these. What did I run out of? Really? Ran out of Fluix dust. And I'm going to run out of Fluix crystals. See? I knew that we were going to use all this stuff. So we place this into there, and then it starts doing the crushy-wushy thing and making that. It's because we made so many of these controllers. Was this necessary? Absolutely not. We did not need this many controllers. Honestly, we will probably never use these controllers that are along the sides. They are literally there for aesthetic purposes, because most of our stuff is going to be done utilizing the bottom ones. But hey, it is what it is. We should have Fluix dust coming into the system now, and we should be able to make... Can you balance yourself, please? There's that. Then we should be able to make a dense energy cell and a wireless craft terminal. Utilizing our crafting terminal, because we don't need it, right? Like, we don't need that crafting terminal if we're going to be utilizing it wirelessly. What do we need that one for? Let's get our access point. I'm gonna move the access point elsewhere, but for now it can chill here. Let's get the crafting terminal. Bada bing, bada boom. We have our crafting terminal charging up with power because we, happen to have a battery that is pretty much out of power, which means this is now out of power. But we can go ahead and stick it in here and link it up. And now we have access to everything wirelessly through Applied Energistics. Again, we need to set up our settings and sort by number of items and, descending and everything like that. But we have access wirelessly to our system. We can go ahead. That can actually go into our slot over here. And we can change our keybinds now. So this was category occultism, storage accessor delete. And we are going to want the wireless terminal. We're going to set that to tab. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that opens up our AE2 terminal now. Keeping in mind that that does use some of our power, so we do need to get this thing charged. But I can't use this. I have to get that discharger, right? The energy hopper. This guy. And then for now, because this is my only option for charging things until I get something else set up. We can pop that in there and it'll start charging, yes? Are you? No? Did I do that the wrong way? It's not working because I can't extract from the energy cell? Why is this not working? Or is the hopper not the one that I want? Was this the exact same thing that happened last time? Energy hopper. No, I swear that's what it is. Yeah, the discharger is the one that takes power out of blocks and then does the thing. So why are everything is set to extract and you have 4 million RF inside of you? Does it not work with sophisticated barrels? Do I need a regular Minecraft barrel? I thought I had used one before, but maybe I didn't. Yep, that's what it is. You need the regular Minecraft barrel. Okay. I guess that doesn't matter either. We'll just let those sit inside of there and charge up. Okay, so those are charging up. That's doing its thing. It's working great. Now, right now, we can utilize our storage accessor because all of the same stuff is in here. At some point, though, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hook up a storage bus to this storage controller, which is linked to all of these drawers. Hey, look, we got 23 Obsidian already, which is nice. Like, we can link this up. Bam, links to that drawer. We can link that up. We can link that up. We can link that up. We can even link this sand up since we have so much sand. But all of that is linked to this controller. So if we put a storage bus on this, we'll be able to access all of this stuff from inside of there, which is great. Okay, what else was it that we needed to work on this episode before I wrap up? Because it's getting to that point. And we're actually past that point by a few minutes. So I just want to get and see what else is it that I desperately want to get so I can hook up all these different areas. These wireless connectors. Do I want to... What am I missing? Let's get these set up. And there we go. Let's just see how these work, right? So, wireless connectors. And the easiest way for us to test this would be to get a... Oh, forgot I don't have my terminal or anything. It's charging. Let's get a terminal. And the universal terminal is the one I want, ultimately. Pattern encoding terminal. Which requires another crafting terminal. Okay, well, it is what it is. We won't be able to test that it actually works, but it's okay. So these little connectors, or these wireless connectors, we can bridge them. Maybe that's where I can utilize these things on the top. But again, man, this can hold 32 channels and it's such a waste. But we'll go ahead and just place it here for now. Do these have like a link thing? Click the two wireless connectors that you want to link with the ME wireless setup kit. And then you can link them together. Sneak plus clear to clear ME wireless setup kits. So ME wireless setup kit. This guy. That's what we need. Okay. So we need to make this dude. It's going to require another one of these. And we should be able to... Okay. So we bound it to here, and if I take this and I fly on over here, and I place this, let's say, in the ground, and I link it there, it's connected. Look, there you go. You can tell that it's connected, and you can see what it's connected to. That's kind of cool. So I can see that it is connected to that wireless controller there. I can highlight where it's connected. That's kind of nifty. I can see that everything is running fine, and it is using 142 RF right now by being over here. How do I turn off that highlighting? Do I just need to click it again? Nope. I'm assuming that it'll just turn off on its own over time. And if I come over here, I can see the exact same thing from this side, that it is connected there. That's pretty cool. So I have wireless access to the 32 channels that are coming out of this facing. Which should be more than enough for this area over here. I can't imagine myself using more than 32 over here. I like that. Okay, so the question's going to be, where do we want to store these things? Do we want to put them... You know what? Let's make a... I know it's going to mess up the binding, but we can go ahead and make them on the inside, and it'll make a little roof for our area. So we right-click here. And then we right-click over here, and now they're bound together, and it's utilizing those channels, so it's moving those 32 channels, so we can kind of put one here. I doubt I can put one in the corner here, but we'll test that out later. Anyway, that's enough for this episode. I'm going to get more of these set up. I'm going to set them up in each of our areas, so that way we have access to wireless, so I don't have to run cables anywhere. And then next episode, we're going to work on getting ourselves automated with... the patterns and everything like that, and getting auto crafting and all that stuff going for us. We're going to set up our trees here. I'm going to try and replant the ours trees and stuff when I'm done. That way it kind of blends in, because I like the look of the ours trees, and I think you guys do too. But yeah, anyway, that's it for today's episode. Long, but we got it done. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Tips, tricks, and suggestions. Y'all know me. I've never actually really utilized AE2 terribly too much in the past. So let me know if I'm doing things okay, if there's suggestions, things I could do better. Just hit me up in those comments. Otherwise, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.